guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with the next update for my project Apocalypse. It hasn't been that long since my last update, but that video was filmed before I posted that one, so I think I filmed that at least a week and a half before I posted it, but then life just got really busy and I didn't get a chance to upload that video, so that's why it hasn't been that long between that last update and this update, but it has been a full month since I filmed that update, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna go through all of the products that I have in my Project Pan, as well as the products that I've been ranking in the past month. But before I jump into any of that, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's just jump into the video. So as always, let's start with my focus lipsticks or lip products. I always have 5 products that I'm focusing on at any time, and once I finish one of those up, I roll something else in as my focus, because I have so many lip products in this project that just makes it a bit easier to have focus, if that makes sense. So the first product that I have to talk about is this lipsticks right here from Colourpop. This one is one of their matte X lipsticks in the shade Mirror Mirror, and this one is moving very slowly. It's been my focus since the start, but I'm just really not focusing on it very much. I have only used it 4 times in the past month, so again, not very good. I do have a little bit of movement though on the piece of paper, so I will go ahead and show you that, but I'm doubtful that this will be done before the end of the year, and I did put it in as my focus because I wanted it to be done, but we'll see how I do. I feel like next month is going to be the 6-month mark of this project. I think I might at that point end up decluttering this lipstick, potentially. I would ideally want to finish it up, but I'm just not using this very much, and I would rather put my focus somewhere else. So we'll see what I decide to do, but it's just not my favorite. I like the color, but the more I've used it, I just don't want to reach for it, basically. So we'll see what I do, but I will update you guys on this in the next updates. And like I said, I do have a little bit of progress right there. You can see it's the line's right there, so it has moved a little bit in the past month. The next lipstick is very exciting. It is my Revlon lip butter in the shade Pink Truffle. This has also, I believe, been a focus since the start, and I'm happy to report that I have actually finished this up finally. I have mentioned throughout this whole project that this is a color that I didn't necessarily want to force myself to use up, because I loved it. It's probably my favorite lipstick in this whole project, but it is now done, and it took me an additional 32 uses to finish off. This is what it looks like. I mean, I could dig in there, but if you look at the packaging, like, it is completely flat with the packaging. This bit sticking out right here is just the plastic. So I am calling this one done. I really love this lipstick, like I mentioned, and it's a bit sad that it's gone, because it was something that was really easy to just bring with, because it went with every single look. So if I wanted to like have an easy lipstick that I could easily reapply, but also not worry about if it's faded, and this was perfect for that. So yeah, I'm sad that it's gone, but I'm also happy to have another empty. And to show you on the paper, that is my progress line, so you can see how much I had left and how much I was able to use up in the past month. So continuing on with the focus lipsticks, I have a couple more to go. The first one is my YSL lipstick in the shade number 13. This is a really bright orangey red, and this is what it looks like. It is definitely getting shorter. I can see when I hold it up that it's getting shorter and that it's moving down. Also on the side, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but there is a YSL logo kind of indented into the bullet, and that is moving down. I'm getting past it. I'm probably like a third through it, which is really exciting, and that also means that it's easy for me to track on an everyday basis without pulling my papers out. But I did use this lipstick 17 times in the past month, and yeah, I'm happy with that. I mean, it's a red color, so I can't use it every single day, so 17 is pretty good, and I am happy to also have some movement on the paper, so I will go ahead and show you that. And you can see that's the lipstick at the very end there, so it did move quite a bit in the past month, and it's because it's such a malleable formula, but that is where I am with the YSL lipstick. The final 2 focus lipsticks that I have are both from MAC. We have Angel as well as Costa Chic. Costa Chic is the one that I'm wearing, but let's start with Angel. This one I used 21 times in the past month, and this is how much I have left of this one. This one moved quite a bit in the past month, and I'm going to show you that on the piece of paper, but I'm going to talk about Costa Chic first, because I used this one quite a lot as well. Not as much as Angel, but I did use it 17 times, and this is what this one looked like. So let me go ahead and show you the progress lines on my paper. So here you have my paper, and you can see here's Costa Chic, and that's Angel. Angel, like I said, moved quite a lot. I think I had used it a couple times before putting it into my focus lipstick, but it didn't move enough for me to make a new line, but I was able to do so this past month. And like I said, Costa Chic moved a little bit as well, so you can see the progress line. So those were my focus. Like I said, let's breeze over the other lip products that are in this project before I move into the ranking part. First up we have my Clarins Instant Light Lip Perfector in the shade 02. This one I've used 9 times in the past month, and I was able to make a new line on it, and you can see it down there. It's steadily moving. It's gonna take a while until it's done, but I'm definitely think it's gonna be done before the end of the year. I just need to remember to use it a bit more. Let's breeze over a couple lipsticks or lip products that I didn't use in the past month. We have my NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Apple Strudel, did not use this one. I have my Colourpop lippy sticks in the shade Sauce, did not use this one either. And then we have 2 MAC lipsticks, we have Rebel and Plumful, and I did not use these either. So these 4 have 0 uses in the past month. As for a MAC lipstick that I did use though, I have my Luster lipstick in the shade Sea Sheer. This one I had lost at my last update, so I didn't show you in person, but I didn't insert a photo of where I was because I did have a little bit of movement last month. But I did find this in the car, so I do have it back, and this is what it looks like now. I did use this 10 times in the past month, which is really good. I did remove this from my Focus lipsticks when I lost it, and I think I'm going to keep it out. I mean, I can replace that Revlon lip butter anyway, but I think I'm going to keep it out on my lipstick Focus because I'm reaching for this anyway without it being my Focus lipstick. So I think I'm going to keep it out and put something else in as a Focus. But I'm really happy to have 10 uses on it, especially since I didn't have it for the full month because I found it like a week or 2 after I filmed that update. So no, I must have found it before I posted the update. So yeah, probably a week after I filmed that update, I found this in the car. So it is now back, and again I have 10 uses on it. And as you can see there, it did move a little bit. I have very steady progress on this one, but it's moving now slowly. So other remaining 6 lip products, I only reached for 3, so let's go through those. The first one I have is my Colourpop lippy sticks in the shade She Bad. I did reach for this 7 times, but I can't show you what it is now because this one, basically the bullet is broken, so I can't wind it up, and I'm also not marking it on the piece of paper for that same reason. But this is what the color is. It's a very, very pale, kind of like sandy tone nude, and I like using this to mix with other things, and that's usually how I used it in the past month. Next up we have another lipstick, and that is my Revlon lip butter in the shade Wild Watermelon. I did use this one once, so obviously not very much, but I did use it once at least, which is really good, and I have 2 uses on this as of now. I might as well cover this now because this is the product I'm going to add in as my Focus. So I'm going to replace that other Revlon lip butter with this one, so it's going to become my new Focus. And I'm hopefully going to get a lot more use on this in the next coming months. And then lastly we have a MAC lip liner in Soar. I did use this quite a bit in the past month. I have 12 uses on it, and this is what it looks like now. It's still very kind of long, and I don't feel like this is getting very short yet, but I do have some really good progress on this on my piece of paper this month, so I'm going to go ahead and show you that because it's easier to track it that way. And you can see that lip liner right here, and you can see that I did have quite a lot of movement in the past month. I did use this one a lot with the Angel lipstick, because this is a bit of a deeper lip liner, so it works really well with Angel, which is a lighter nude. So that's how I like pairing this most of the time, and I think that's how I got most of the uses in the past month. We also have 3 lip products that I did not use in the past month. The first one is my Sephora lip cream in the shade 25. This is more of an autumnal color, so I didn't reach for it much. I'm hoping to reach for this more again soon, but it's not really something that I want to reach for very often now because again it is more of an autumn winter kind of shade for me, so we'll see how it goes with this one. And then similarly we have my NYX lip liner in Prune. This is a really deep purple shade, and again it's more of an winter kind of shade, so I haven't used this one either. And then lastly we have my last lip butter from Revlon in the shade Candy Apple, and that's just a red. And every time I went for a red, I went for that YSL lipstick, and that's why I haven't reached for this one. So those are the last 3 lip products that I'm trying to pan this year. So instead, let's talk about the lip products that I ranked this month. I did have 13 that I ranked this past month because I had a couple that I was rolling over from last month because I didn't get a chance to rank all of them. And I might have not done that this month either. It's not as bad as last month, but I did not manage to rank all of them this month either, but I'll get to that when I get to it. So I'm just going to go through these all in order and go through and tell you my rankings. So the first one I have is basically almost a dupe for the Sephora lip cream, and that is my lipstick from KVD Beauty in the shade Plaf. This one is a beautiful color. I really love the formula of this one as well, but it is more of an autumnal shade. However, I do like this slightly more than the Sephora one because this is a little bit lighter than that one, and I did give this one a rating of 4. I have 2 MAC lipsticks that I ranked this past month. I have them both here. The first one is the lipstick in Vegas Volt, which is like an orangey kind of shade right there. It's more of a coral shade, but that is what it looks like. I like this one, but it's an amplified finish, so it's a bit thicker and very kind of pigmented. which is absolutely fine, but it's just not my preferred kind of formula anymore, and it's not my preferred color either. So I gave this one a rating of 3. It still looks pretty nice. It's just the formula more than anything that I don't like, because it feels a bit too heavy on the lips, and yeah, it's just a bit too full coverage for this kind of color, so that's why I gave it a 3. The other MAC lipstick, however, I absolutely loved. This is the lipstick in Dangerous, which is one of the retro matte finishes. I really like the retro matte finish. It can be a little bit drying, but it's kind of very thin and it lasts a really long time on the lip, and yeah, I really like that formula. And it also looks kind of, I don't know, it almost, I mean, this is obviously not a natural color, but it looks almost natural because it is so kind of matte and thin on the lips. But yeah, I gave this one a 5. I really love the color. It looks more kind of true red in the bullet, or like an orangey red, but it's even more orange when you swatch it out. And yeah, I really like this one. It's, I think, my newest MAC lipstick, and I'm really happy that I got to play with it in the past month. I had quite a few reds to rate in the past month, and next up we have a lipstick from Colourpop. This one is in the shade Trust Me, which is like a classic red. This is what it looks like. I gave this one a 4. It's not my absolute favorite red, but it definitely works. I'm not sure. I mean, I like it enough. I think I might pan this eventually, but it's not something that I would repurchase, even though I don't even know if they make this color anymore. Colourpop discontinued colors like nobody's business, so I don't know if they still have this one. But even if they do, I wouldn't repurchase this because I have other reds that I prefer, if that makes sense. But it's nothing wrong with this one either, so I gave it a 4. Next up we have my Revlon Color Burst Matte Balm in the shade Complex. I have panned one of these in the past, and I did used to really like this, but I have just grown to not like this anymore. The color is a bit too kind of yellow toned for me, which is a bit unique, but it's, I mean, I have similar colors that are more flattering, and yeah, this one just doesn't really work, and the formula is very drying. If you have any dry patches on your lips, this just picks up on it and it looks terrible. So because of that, I gave this a 2. I don't know, I just really don't like it anymore, and I think I'm going to declare this. Because I was like, should I keep it? But then I rated it at 2, which is really not good. And I think if I'm going to reach for anything else, like I'm going to, like if I want a nude, I'm going to reach for something else. I always kept this around, or like I wanted this kind of color because it was like a really light nude. But I have other really light nudes that I can reach for instead of this one. And yeah, I am declaring this one. I just decided it right now, because I'm not going to keep anything that is rated at 2. I think it's like, that's quite low. And I have so many other lipsticks in my collection, or lip products in my collection, that I'm not gonna fuss with something that I don't like, so this one is going. So next up we have the one lipstick or lip product this month that I did not manage to rate, and that is my NYX Lip Lingerie in the shade Teddy. This is what it looks like. It's like a grayish kind of brown shade. It again is more of an autumnal shade, winter shade, and I think that's maybe why I didn't rate it. I mean, I could have put it on today with this look and just like gave it a rating, but I don't think it went really well with this look. And yeah, I just didn't really feel like reaching for it, so I have not rated this one, so this one will be rolling over. But again, it is the only one, so that's not too bad, because I did have an additional 3 from last month, so I rated 2 of those and I just have 1 left remaining, kind of by numbers, I mean. So yeah, this one is going to roll over, so I'm going to have 11 to rate in the next month, and I'm going to make sure to rate them all by next update, because I don't want to keep rolling over each month. It's just been a few kind of hectic months, and I'm a bit behind in all the panning, so this one is rolling over, but it is the only one. The next lip product I have is my NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Milan. It's not my favorite soft matte lip cream from NYX. It's more kind of a, yeah, it's a pink, you can see it right there. I like it, but again, it's not my favorite. I gave it a 4 though, because I love the formula, and the color looks quite flattering on me. I wouldn't give it a 5 though, because it's not my favorite color, but the formula would be a 5, if that makes sense. But I really like it still. I just need to remember to reach for it more. Next up we have another red, and this is my Sephora lip cream in the shade 1, and this is one of those reds that I really love, and it's like one of my favorites. I have used this one so much. This is actually one of the reasons why I put in that other Sephora lip cream in my Project Pan, because I am so close to using this one up organically that I thought it is actually possible. So yeah, I love this one, and I gave this one a 5. Next up we have my YSL Rouge Veloute Shine in the shade number 6. I really like this, this formula is absolutely amazing. I love it. I love the scent, I love how it feels, I love how moisturizing it is, I love how like sheer and shiny kind of the lip color comes off. This is what the color looks like itself. It's not my absolute favorite color, but the formula is again amazing, and similarly to the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, it's not perfect, but I do really like it, so I gave this one a 4. Okay, so we have 4 more to go. The next one is my Smashbox lipstick in the shade Tabloid. This one is a very unique color. It looks like this. It looks very kind of very blue toned on camera or in the bullet as well. It comes off a little bit more pink in the actual under your lips. Not very much though, but a little bit more pink, because it is more of a kind of sheer formula. It's still semi-pigmented, but it has a little bit of sheerness to it, so the pink of your lips come through a little bit and makes it slightly more wearable. I really like that, but if I'm being honest, it's not a color that I would reach for very often, so I gave this on a 3. I really love this formula. I like the color, it's very unique, and I do want to hold on to it, but it's not something that I would reach for every day, and that's why it's not ranking any higher than this. So the next lipstick we have is from Milani, and this is the shade Matte Naked. I was fully expecting to get this one a 5. However, I used this twice in the past month. The first time I loved it, similar, like I wore something similar to this, like loved it on me then. However, I tried this on when I had fake tan on and it did not look right. So when I'm tanned, this does not work for me. It just comes off too grey, like it has too much like mauve tones in it, which you can't really, I mean you can see this in mauve tone, but it looks just very nude. It even looks more kind of like browny, kind of beigey nude, but it does come off very kind of grey, mauve toned when I'm tanned. And because of that, I'm giving it a 4, but I love it when I'm pale or like when I'm not super tanned or fake tanned. So I still want to rank it quite high. I just need to remember that I can't pull this really off when I am super tanned, or like when it's, you know, when I'm put on fake tan or when it's dead summer. So that is the Milani lipstick in Matte Naked. So we have 2 more to go. The next one is an interesting one because this is my Bourjois Rouge Edition Velvet in the shade number 4, I believe. No, it's in 6, sorry. And it is in the shade Ping Pong. This one I used to love. It was like one of my go-to kind of bright lips. I used to wear more kind of lip colors rather than eyeshadows, so I used to wear bright lips all the time, and I used this one so much. I had this in a Project Pan a bit last year, didn't fully pan it, but I got quite a lot of use out of it then. However, the formula has completely changed on this. It's very patchy now. It's like almost like liquidy with like, I don't know, it just wipes itself away. And I'm giving it a 2 because of that, because the formula has changed and I like the color, but it's not my favorite color anymore. And even if it was my favorite color, I am decluttering this because it's definitely gone off. So we have another declutter this month, and this one will leave my collection as well. Then the very final lipstick that we have is another kind of red shade. This is from Catkin, and this is what it looks like. It is again more of a traditional red, and this one is very kind of orangey toned again, and I like it, but it's not my favorite, so I'm gonna give it a 4. So those are all the ranked lipsticks that I had from the past month. I'm gonna go ahead and get my bag of lips products and randomize some new ones for next month, and then we'll wrap up this video. So if you're new to this project, I have all my lip products in this bag right here, and I usually pick 10 per month. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it up and pick 10 new items to work on or rate for the next month. So I usually pick like 2 at a time because it's just easier, and I have a lot of, I mean I'm gonna pick 10. So I picked 2 now. Okay, that's funny. I've got my other NYX lip lingerie in the shade Embellishment, which is again a more windy color, but it's gonna be nice to compare the 2 and see which one I prefer and how I rate them both. So that is gonna be the first one. Then we have my Clinique lipstick in the shade Melon Pop, which is a perfect summer shade, so I'm very excited about that. And that is what this one looks like. So that's the first 2. Let's pick another one. I'm just gonna go in randomly and just grab something. So 2 more. We have my Chanel lipstick in this shade 34, which is, oh, it's like a nice nude again. It's like a mauve toned nude. This is what it looks like. Yeah, really nice color to pull in. I mean, I can use this any time of year, so that's gonna be easy to rank. And then we have my Burberry lipstick in the shade Tea Rose, which is another nude. It's a bit more pink than the last one, but again, it's gonna be something that's easy to rank. So those are the next 2. Okay, we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna go a bit further down to the bottom of the bag this time and pick 2 products. So we have 2 here. Oh, nice, I got one of my fancy lip glosses finally. I've been wanting to have one of these. This one is in the shade Hot Chocolate Fantasy, and it's just one of the minis, but that is the next product. Then we also have another Chanel lipstick, and this is one of the Rouge Coco Shines in the shade Boy, which is another kind of mauve toned nude. It's a bit more kind of sandy tone, but that is what it looks like. Again, one that's going to be easy to rank. So I'm getting quite a few news this month, which is going to be good because I had a few really bright colors last month and a lot of red, so it's going to be nice to have a bit of a change. But those are the next 2 lip products. So those are 6. Let's go ahead and pick 2 more, and we're gonna get Okay, we have a lip liner and another lip gloss. So the lip gloss comes from Maybelline and it is one of the lifted glosses in the shade Silk. That is what this one looks like. And then we have my NYX lip liner in the shade Nude Suede Shoes, which is a beautiful nude again, and it's going to be easy to rank. So those are the next two lip products. So 2 more to go. I'm just going to go ahead again and just pull 2 more things, and we get one of my again, not the most summery color, but that's okay because I got, again, quite a few nudes. This is one of my lipsticks in the shade Goldie, which is a deeper kind of shade, and that is what this one looks like. A kind of deep maroon, kind of red, so that is that color. And then lastly we have my, oh, this is a nice one, my MAC Lady Danger lipstick, which is an orangey red. I love this lipstick, I really do. It's going to be quite similar to the YSL one that I'm panning. However, this one is matte and that one is like really shiny, so it's going to be nice to have both. And it's a really nice summery lip color. So those are the last 2 products I'm going to pull in and rank, and let's just swatch them out and I'll show you what they all look like. So I swatched out all of the products and I'm going to work on, so let's go through them. We have down here my lifted gloss in Silk, then here we have my Fenty gloss, I think in Hot Chocolate Fantasy, right? Yeah. We have my Chanel lipstick in Boy. Here we have the other Chanel lipstick, which I can't remember what it was called now, but that is another Chanel lipstick, the Mauve one. And then up here we have my Burberry lipstick in the shade Tea Rose. On this side we have up here my Clinique lipstick in Melon Pop. We have my lipsticks in Goldie. We have my lip liner in Nude Suede Shoes. Here we have my MAC lipstick in Lady Danger, that's the orangey red. And then up here we have the new NYX, what's it called? The NYX Lip Lingerie, the one I rolled in today. And over here we have the one that I have rolling over from last month. So those are the products that I'm going to rate in the next month. I'm really excited. It's going to be a bit more easy. I mean, I still have a few kind of deeper shades and a few more popper colors, but a lot of them are nudes, a lot of them are glosses. Like this side is going to be really easy to rank, and the same as this one and the orangey red. So honestly, there's only really like 3 colors that is going to be a bit more difficult to rank, and that's going to be obviously the more kind of autumnal shade, which is this one, and that one. But that is where I am with this project, and I really hope you enjoyed this update, and if you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and otherwise I will catch you in my next video. Bye guys.